good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your friend, this is your host, and this is your mentor. Today we're going to talk about PgMP and PfMP. And by the way, my name is Dharam Singh, and I have been providing mentoring, training, and assistance to the PgMP, PfMP, PMP, and other PMI certificates. So, yeah, this is our number 6 session of the journey for anybody who's starting the PgMP and PfMP, what to do, what not to do. So I have already done 5 sessions. So if you have not watched the previous 5 sessions, I have put the links on the chat. Please feel free to copy them and watch them at your leisure. So whenever you're ready, you can watch them. Okay, great. Thank you for joining this session. And I have been, told that these sessions are very useful. Many people are finding useful. I'm trying to cover as much information as I can in the short time. And you have opportunity to discuss with me and contact me to discuss your specific needs about PgMP and PfMP. All right, good stuff. Okay, let's get started. And by the way, I'd like to thank PMI Queensland chapter for the other one who initiated this kind of discussion. I said, okay, Dharam, why don't you have a session, a series of sessions where people can come and join, learn from you, and get certified. They can certify themselves with this process. All right, and also PMI as a global, PMI Global has been also supporting me in this initiative. They asked me to run these kind of programs and encourage people to look the PgMP and PfMP certification from different angles. And look, many people have a misconception that the certificate is difficult, more complex, too much work to be done, study, application. I know all these things, all true. But if you have right path, right process, right people around you, right books with you, you can actually complete your exam much faster, much better, and with the flying colors. All right. So I like to appreciate all of you to join this session, and I'm sure you have one way or other you are interested to do your PgMP or PfMP. At any time you feel that you need to discuss anything, if I'm talking and please put your question there in the question pad. Happy to talk about it. Anything related to your PgMP, PfMP, we can talk here. Okay. Otherwise, feel free to book my time. In the end, I will share the link with you. So feel free to book my time, and we can talk about specific needs of your PgMP and PfMP. All right, with no further delays, let me get started. Little bit about myself. If you don't know me, please go through my little information about myself. One thing I like to highlight that with the as of 31st October 2023, last month, 473 PgMP have passed, professionals have passed the exam, and most of the people have passed exam with above target, and majority of people have completed the exam in 3.5 hours. But I like to highlight there are 11 people who completed the exam, PgMP exam, in less than 2.5 or 2.5 hours. 6 of them actually completed the exam in even 2 hours, and they still pass with above target. I'm not talking, and I'm not looking for more records, and of course, obviously, that excites me that you complete the exam in a shorter time and you come with the above target result. But at the end of the day, what we're looking for, you pass the exam and get your certificate. But why I'm talking about these 11 people, especially 6 people, because the structure I built, I want to talk about the structure I built over a period of time, which has matured a lot, which help you, or which will help, which has helped those people, and which will help you to be ready for the exam in a shorter duration time. Yes, the most complex exam, most difficult exam can be achieved with a proper plan and proper strategy that you have. Okay. So if you have any doubts, any questions, many people have talked about, hey, Dharam, not this easy. But after a while, they said, Dharam, I don't know why people say the exam is difficult. This exam happened to be one of the easiest exams. Look, I like to see my student to pass the exam with flying colors. So for that, I will make you over prepared. With that, in the making over prepared, the exam becomes so easy for you. You will pass exam with no problems at all. PfMP, if you are into the PfMP, I do have 123 PfMPs as of now. Many people, especially November, is going to be very big number, good one for me. I'm hoping at least 4 or 5 PgMPs, or maybe 6 7 PgMP, and 4 or 5 PfMPs coming out in this month. Wow, exciting! I mean, every day is exciting for me, especially when get a result information from people. Okay, all right, and yeah. I've started this company long time back, 2011. Many people are going through this. Anyway, so you can find out more about me. So what are we going to learn today? Yes, before this, prior to this, I already conducted 5 sessions. I have shared those links to you on the chat. If you are not downloaded, please download and watch them. Each of them comes with lots of information. A lot of foundational information has been already covered. So today we talk about what is the future of program and portfolio managers, and how this having certificate will add value for you, and and thrive in this more competitive and uncertain environment, and impacted by various things, especially artificial intelligence and many new technology. How are you going to thrive in this? While some people may see this as a challenge, of course these are challenges, but how can you still make yourself more productive, more ready for these sessions? Okay, good. Some recap. What we have to talk to recap from the last sessions: future of portfolio and program management, and the key, the certification. How this can be a differentiator for you. We'll talk about career growth, salaries of the certified professionals, and you probably one of them going to be, and impact and the need of the new skills, impact and benefit of artificial intelligence. Yes, many people have been asking and worried about this, but I'm going to show you how this use of artificial intelligence can be an enabler for your success in your doing whatever you're doing. Okay. Then some questions we're going to do. We have 5 questions to go through for PgMP and PfMP. That's where you are opportunity to participate with me. And then I have some questions, frequently asked questions, which have been asked by many people. So I'm trying to bring some information around that. So what I have talked in the session 1, of course, session 1, the first session long time back. Every month I'm running this session. So this is the 6th month already done this program. So today's 6th session. So next we left with 2 more sessions after this, December and January. I will talk about the dates as well. So know-how, wise PMI certificate, eligibility, and organizational benefits. Why organization should invest in you, your PgMP certificate, and some stats analysis. The number 2, we talked about role, program, project, and portfolio managers. Application process I've gone through. Panel review, if you want to know more about panel review, what is involved, what is not involved, you can go through that, and some numbers. Then number 3, we talked about exam fees, syllabus analysis, exam format. We talked about that, books and supporting material. Number 4, importance of PMBOK 7th. Yes, exam is not PMBOK 7th edition, by the way. Yes, it is based on standard for program management, but you do going to see concept and some terminology from 7th edition. We have talked about this in this. Exam format, exam readiness. How do you know whether you're exam ready or not? Exam type questions. So I've discussed questions that time, and the time management. How do you manage your time? PgMP test format. What kind of questions you want to see? And by the way, every exam is going to be different. PMI have probably several formats. What format you're going to get, nobody knows. What type of question you're going to get, nobody knows. You may get a lot of lengthy question, complex question, scenario-based question. You may end up having one-liner question, lots of one-liner question. Generally, I think mix of both. You have some lengthy question, 4 to 5 questions. We can see the lengthy. Lengthy means it's 10, 20, 30 lines going. Maybe you have to scroll down. So, yep. So you may end up having those questions, and maybe, there are most questions you will find size of 5 to 8 lines, which some context is given and some scenario, and then a question asked. So those questions, I think, is good because you have given context and it's not too lengthy. And believe it or not, you will see one-liner questions. 30 to 40 such questions will be one-liner questions. If you are struggling with the time, don't panic. You are likelihood of getting the one-line questions are still there, and those questions will help you to speed up. Okay, and many questions are based on scenarios. So sequencing, sequence of a task, sequence of a process, sequence of maybe a document, a domain, subdomain, a phase or subphase. So when you go through the material, make sure you try to find some sequencing. That will be useful for you. Knowing about artifacts such as program, charter, business case, programming plan, anything and everything about that particular document. And you should know the purpose of the document, the content of the document, and the sequencing of the documents. Very important, sequencing. Phases, various phases you have to see, one of the important topics from PMBOK, if you have already done past PMP, you know what I'm talking about. Earned value management. You're going to see 4 to 5 questions from EVM, earned value management, talking about cost variance, schedule variance, CPI, SPI, ESA. While this can be complex question, but if you have gone through the class program with me, you know exactly how to deal with these questions. So I will not if you do attend my class, I will talk about the 10 question every session, then every chapter, and you have opportunity to answer the question. And if I feel everything was good, great. I've discussed a little bit. Even if you get right, sometimes I still discuss because your way of thinking may be different than what I'm going to give you. Some hints, tips. You probably took 30, 1 minute, 10 minutes, 1 minute or 10 seconds, 2 minutes. But when I say, hang on, the answer is already there, obvious answer. So when I say 2 hour, 2.5 hour, I'm not exaggerating, it's just a real number. But people, when they go to the exam, they know exactly how to see through the right answer at the right time. That's what my teaching is going to be all about. Okay. Questions about calculation of the communication channel, very important. As again, this is coming from PMBOK. Number of stakeholders times n minus, like if you say n times n minus 1 by 2. So yes, I'm not here to talk about the class or the material, but I'm talking about some sample questions. Like the question can be asking you, okay, you are a team of 5 people. So how many channels are there? So value of n in this case is 5. But if the question say you have a team of 5 people, so make sure you also add yourself. That means it is going to be 6 times 5 divided by 2, 3 times, using the formula, 3 times 5, 15 channels. By the way, why do we need the channels? What's the importance? More channels you have, more complexity you have. Let's say if you have 100 stakeholder, like we're talking larger size program, you end up having 100 stakeholder. How many channels you can have? You can do calculation. 100 divided by 2 times 99. So you can do around. It's a lot from a big number. Use a calculator. All right. So yeah. So there are so many questions. 170 questions. Important is you should know how to deal with different type of questions and how to get to the right answer in the shortest possible time. So similar structure you see in the PfMP exam. Not very different. Actually, I will say almost same. But currently, because the PfMP exam is based on standard for portfolio management, third edition. Why I'm saying repeatedly third edition? Because the book on the PMI's website available to download or to buy is 4th edition. And many people, if they don't know, they have never talked to me or never listened to this kind of webinar. They feel they're smart and they go and download the latest book and they start studying. Sometimes they go to the exam as well. They come back, Dharam, I don't know what happened. I know in and out of the book, I still failed the exam. My simple question to them is, Which book are you referring? Obviously, 4th edition. No, so it is not their fault. It is the way PMI has, not replaced with the 3rd edition, or they have not changed the exam. Let's not worry about what PMI has done or not. The exam is still based on 3rd edition. Okay, and 3rd edition is process based. You will see several questions around IGTO, around 10, 15, 20 questions from input, output, tools, techniques. If you are familiar with PMP exam, you have probably noticed that many questions you see as the processes. What is the input from which one is the input for this process, or which one not in the output of this, or which tools technique is applicable to this. So once you know tools technique, this exam becomes much easier for you. Okay. Otherwise, similar structure. You may have lengthy questions, complex questions. What should you do to prepare for your PgMP exam? Yes, of course, you should have right books. If you have taken my program, I will definitely tell you which books to go through. I've mentioned some books here. Of course, you should have a standard for program management. Download the handbook and code of ethics, just like in PMBOK, PMP exam, you have a code of ethics. And PMBOK 7th edition. And by the way, even 6th edition is equally good. But I prefer you to use the 7th edition, especially the chapter 4, where you see all the models, method, artifacts in one place. Anyway, I can talk more about this. My book, Complete Reference Guide for PgMP. Yeah, as a part of the programs, you're normally going to get it. But if you are interested, you can buy only the book itself. I mean, yeah. Challenger, PgMP Challenger, the question bank. By the way, I'm almost at the point where I'm going to release my app very, very soon, in 1 or 2 weeks time, around that time. The app is coming with 9 mock exams with PgMP questions, 9 mock exams, 6 practice questions where you have around 50 questions. You can test yourself while sitting in the meeting room, or going through sitting in a train or bus. You can test yourself out with lots of acronyms and formulas and all the relevant information, whatever you need to know, with the task and examples and questions related to task. So I'm going to offer you more than 2,000 questions for PgMP. Yes, many people do complain there's not enough material, and I have been listening to them, and I'm coming to you with this massive question bank and lots of relevant information. Probably you need that app for preparation and testing yourself. And if you do attend my mentor program, you have opportunity to get a discounted price on that app. Anyway, so I'll be releasing it, and I will let you know when it's ready to be purchased. Other books, Dr. Ginger's book and many other things. By the way, once you have my app, probably I don't ask you to buy or look at other books. Summarize all the above again as a keyword concept you will see in the app together, and create tables, relationship, diagrams. So I have created a lot of diagrams, sequencing, list of math formulas, all you will find all together in the app. So I think I'm just like you are excited, I'm also excited. And yeah, try to do those mock exams, especially now I'm going to have 9 mock exams. Put them, use a 4-hour exam. These are 4-hour exams. Test yourself and find your weak areas and build and learn more and more on that. Okay. Similar thing you can do for PfMP. Yes, you code of ethics, PfMP or handbook, and the SPM 3rd edition, Standard for Program Management, Portfolio Management 3rd edition, not the 4th edition. Again, third edition, very important. And like my book, Challenger, Pathfinder, Reference Guide. If you're taking my program, you'll get all these things as part of them. But Ginger's material or any material which is not part of not my material, you have to buy separately. Yeah, app. Yes, I'm still working on the app. First, I want to release the PgMP and PMP. Then the next app I will be releasing is PfMP. So maybe you have to wait a little bit, but the material is ready. Once PgMP material is clearly, accepted by people, I will also share the PfMP. I think maybe next year, early next year, you will see that. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to see questions, lots of questions on, risk, communication, and selection process, performance management, and many other things. All right. Turning ambition into action. So yes, we have an ambition to have a particular role, particular direction. Actually, I've seen, some people have created roadmap for themselves. Okay, currently I'm a project manager. I want to become the CEO or the CTO, CFO in 5 years, 4 years. What are the things I'm going to do? Identify your path clearly, identify the clear path and work towards that. So let's say you want to go become CEO of the company in 5 years, do the back calculation. I should do the MBA. Maybe most people like to do that, but maybe better off doing PgMP and PfMP or some other certification and so on and so on. So I've seen that some very good roadmaps, and I've seen people actually following them and completing. I've seen one person completing the 5 certificate in 1 year last year, and this person is already a program director. He wanted to become a C-level person, so he had an aggressive plan, and he also enrolled himself to MBA program and now he's working towards his C-level position. Very, very busy man, but because he's determined, he has done those certificates. All right. And by the way, feel free to ask questions, as I mentioned, anytime. So future program portfolio leaders need to be driving and influencing. So people see you as a leader, and whether you're running a program or portfolio, your project managers, your project team members, they see you as a leader, and you are the influencer for them. You are the motivator to them. So how you're going to interact with them, how you're going to motivate them, how you're going to work with them is the key for your success. Okay. Leading without authority, like nowadays, it's not that you have to have a certificate, particular designation to lead a program or a portfolio. I've seen people, while they are a project manager, they also running programs. Sometimes they do portfolio. So it's not that you have to authority. Sometimes you demonstrate why you should be given those responsibilities. Building effective teams. You, as a portfolio program manager, you should have the resources. You should know whatever resources you have, make the best team out of that, and train them, motivate them, excite them. Look, at the end of the day, they are working for your program or portfolio. They should be motivated, excited, and ready to commit and get you the best result for your program. Managing critical relationship as part of the program, projects, portfolio. Stakeholder engagement is one of the key. So identify who are these key stakeholders and have your engagement plan and build relationship with them. By the way, all these things we talk as part of the PgMP and PfMP as well. All right, any questions so far? Now the question comes certification. Why PgMP PfMP certificate? What value these certificate can add for you and you? Look, we can keep talking about this, and I'm very passionate about this certificate. So I have seen the results myself and to lots of my students, especially when you go for the job interview, applying for job. Even though they are not asking for the certificates, when you're applying for, let's say, a program manager role, they will receive hundreds of resumes, applications, but unfortunately, they don't have time to go through each and every application. I'm talking recruitment agents, hiring managers. So what they do, they use some software to go through some filters to see if you have particular certificates like PMP, PgMP, PfMP. Majority of people coming at this level, most likely you already have PMP. Okay, so you probably, out of hundreds of applications, you probably top 30 application or 40 application, or 50 applications which have PMP at least. But when the recruitment agents notice that you actually not only PMP but also PgMP or PfMP, that bring a differentiator. Look, these guys get paid if they can book and if they can find the right match. So they do everything so that they find the best match. So you go to them with your PgMP, PfMP, and other certificate, the chances of getting in front of the hiring manager will be much higher. Okay. So I have seen to myself, while my own journey when I was working, and at the time I was in Australia, nobody was asking for PgMP certificate, but seeing my name, and after my name, they see PgMP, PMP, and other certificate. While they were not having any requirement for PgMP, they asked me a question, Dharam, why PgMP? Why should I select you as a PgMP? Tell me more about PgMP. Actually, one of the interview happened to be the hiring manager was preparing for PgMP, and he realized that I also teach, and asked me question, what are the eligibility, and how can I prepare for passing the exam? So actually the interview, which was, I was struggling in that interview, I got the job because of having this differentiator. So why to be certified? Change the label from being named as an experienced or senior professional. Now you're becoming expert or master of art. So when somebody see you as a resume, as a PgMP PfMP, they immediately assume that you are one of the experts. Because it's not only the rare, only few people have the certificate, but also the learning you're going to get from this certificate will make you better person, better professional. Change levels to elevate yourself to higher levels in the hierarchy. So I've seen a lot of people going from senior project manager to program manager to global competency leader, director, senior managers in a very short time. Some of the people got headhunted because of the certificate. And this lady would never applied for this bank, Citibank in Canada, Toronto, but she was got a call from them and say, hey, we see that you are PgMP. At the time she was PgMP, and would you like to work for us? And what is the salary expectation? They offered her 100% more salary and position as a senior director, senior portfolio manager. And they also sponsor her for a PfMP as well. And if this certificate was not, she was not certified PgMP, then I don't think she can imagine to have this role. Anyway, from doing the work right, move to phase where you start doing the right work. Only the right work. As a portfolio manager, you select the right work, which is aligned with strategic objective of the organization. To ensure that your organization mission and vision are accomplished through your action, go from tactical to strategic. Your thinking will be more broader. You will be thinking more from strategic point of view. It opens doors that were not earlier available. As I mentioned, some of the people got headhunted to become senior managers, senior director, and new company which you never thought about. So that's why I'm saying skipping the queue. People have to line up PMP. There are a lot of people out there. Almost, as you probably know, 1.4 million professionals already have PMP certificate. You being PgMP under 5,000 PgMP at the moment. If you have PfMP around 1,500, less than 2,000 PfMP. So all this will make you stand out for when you're going for job interview, when you are going for a PMI. Let's say you go to the PMI conference. I was told that in this PMI Atlanta event, unfortunately, I was not able to go, but the PMI was recognizing all the PgMP, PfMP. They are giving a jacket. I think they are a very nice jacket for the certified professionals. If I had gone, probably I would have collected 4 or 5 of these jackets. So you get recognition by PMI local chapters, and and even in your organization. Okay, and yeah, retrenchment, or that's the kind of a reality of today's reality is many organizations, time to time, they look at the workforce and with no hard feeling, they just have to let go many people, which is unfortunate. But it's not like they just take a clear, okay, everybody of 500 people, they have to look at number, but they look for people who, if you're already certified, you're performing really well, chances of you staying there is much higher. So according to Pulse of Profession report from PMI, high-performing organizations are using project management techniques, methods, practices, such as program management, portfolio management, significantly more than low-performing organizations. So having a certification, having PgMP or PfMP certificate will be more desirable in such organizations. With adaptation to the program management, portfolio management, their payoff is huge. And high-performing organizations achieve average project success rate 90% and risk 14 times less than other low-performing organizations. Why is that? Because you know the tools and techniques, you know how to use it, when to use it. That's what it is all about. Okay. Successful projects have met their intended goals and business objective through mature benefit realization process. Many times we just finish and we move on to other projects and you are delivered. But here the program management is talking about the benefit realization. So while going through this learning process, you will be, your language will be more mature. You will be seeing the information or presenting the information differently. With program and portfolio management, maturity and organization projects are far more successful than without. 76% compared to 54 and 56% according to another Pulse of Profession report from PMI. So organizations that are effective in portfolio management have 62% of products met or exceed the ROI. So all, in summary, having certificate will make you more desirable, more actually stand out from the crowd and readily accepted in the organization. Right? Any questions so far? I don't see anything so far. Maybe I'm too good. You're getting everything what I'm saying. But at least say hello to me. I like to see that. Sometimes I feel that I'm talking to myself, but you guys are watching, listening. So maybe put something. Career growth, salary analysis. According to PMI's Earning Power Project Management Salary Survey, 11th edition, every year they do some survey. You probably have received their email, how much you're making, what are the certification level. The purpose is to collect the data and make you aware what is the salary structure, salaries are going, where the salary is going. 140,000 for, and by the way, this is in US dollar, 140,000 US dollar for portfolio manager, 127,000 program manager. These are average. There are people in portfolio management, they are getting 200, 250, 300,000. Especially if you are certified, you have a better chance of getting higher salary. Yeah, so you can see the numbers here. Okay. All right. Organization benefits. So why organization should be investing in your success to make you PgMP, PfMP? Of course, they get benefit out of this. They also are improving their, having a good pool of program portfolio managers. And from organizational point of view, you are continuous learning. You keep an eye on the new and upcoming changes and improvement of the productivity. Very important for them, their point of view. Your productivity goes high. So when you're running a project or program, a portfolio, having certified project, PMP, PgMP, PfMP, the chance of success is very high. Your productivity will be high. You know exactly what to do. Think about if you hire a plumber, and let's say happen to be the intern, he has so many tools. He will try everything. This. But if he has experience and he gone through the learning process and exactly, so you will be more productive. Employee engagement, yes, there will be higher engagement because importance of stakeholder engagement, how to build a relationship. Cost effective, you are going to be more cost effective than non-certified, because you are again utilizing the tools you have in a most effective way, efficient way, will make your cost budgeting. You're tracking the budget. And happier customer. Wow, why not? Who don't want to have a happy customer? So if you have a happy customer, you have return business from them, and they will be talking about you and your work to other groups, other friends in the community. The CEO, let's say CEO is very happy. They will, when they go to CEO conference, they will talk about, hey, I'm working with this company. They have done a great job. And why you have done the great job? Because you know how importance of stakeholder engagement, keeping the stakeholder informed, right stakeholder getting the right information. That's what it is. Professional benefit, as you're acquiring new skills, going through the learning process, you're going to have you're going to have new skills, better managing the program portfolio. Continuous learning, obviously you learn. Job prospects goes high, important, improve the chance of getting hired, better roles. Multitasking, I've seen that people, if you know how to deal with, you can multitask. Think about when you're driving the car for the first time, you're very careful, you looking everything, and you ensure that you want to focus on the road. But after a while, when you used to driving, you don't look at the road and nothing. You actually talking to a friend in the car. Sometimes you're drinking water. You have a lot of multitasking. So having the knowledge will make you to multitask as well, and multitasking efficiently. That's more important. Dynamic leader, you're becoming a dynamic leader. And people see you as a leader, and they listen to you because you come with, of course, having experience and having a right certificate with you. Career growth, as I've been talking about, career growth, opens up more windows, more doors for you, and higher salary compared to the non-certified. Look, why you can expect to have high salary, because it's all demand supply. If you go to the recruitment company or hiring manager, they see you as the best person, and they, in order to keep you or bring you on board, sometimes they have to pay more. I've seen that happening. And you get recognition. You can be the first PgMP, first PfMP, or in the company, in the particular department, or in the country. Your PMI chapter may call you, hey, we saw that you are a new certified PgMP. Would you like to come and talk about the certificate? A lot of my students actually, after getting certificate, they get invited from PMI, local PMI chapters. Top 4 power skills. What is power skill? Power skill, the people skill we used to know. So communication skill, very, very important. The way you identify your stakeholders and what communication needs they have, and providing the communication or information, right time is the key for success of your program. Okay, so as a certified PgMP PfMP, you will learn the importance of communication, how to identify the stakeholder into the stakeholder register, and having a stakeholder engagement plan, right plan, so that you can engage with them. And this is one of the area where many people underestimate, and that impact their project and program and portfolio. Problem solving, yep, you will have better skills to problem solve. You have learned some tools, techniques like 5 whys, or root cause analysis like fishbone diagram, and few other things. Yes, you probably have learned some of these things as PMP when you're preparing for PMP, but you get new skills as you get into the program management or portfolio management. Collaborative leadership, yeah, and strategic thinking. You building strategic thinking. Okay. All right, how are we going? Any questions you have so far? Implication of artificial intelligence. Not sure if you have seen the impact of artificial intelligence. Or maybe you're already using it for one purpose or other. Actually, this is becoming part of our life. So we used to think about, or we used to read about a few years ago, artificial intelligence, the way things will be done differently. But artificial intelligence is already here. It is already impacting productivity, efficiency. Actually, that is also threatening some of the jobs. Some of the jobs which you're doing, repeated work can be taken care by the AI-based tools, especially AI-based PMIs. If you don't know, if you don't have any, talk to me, I will talk about that. But the tools can be, again, any tool can be useful, but if you don't know how to use it, it can be negative as well. For example, fire. Fire is a very good tool, especially to cook food or to see that in the darkness. But if you don't know how to use it properly, effectively, and you don't, it can create, fire in the house or fire in the jungle. So knowing the tools and how to use them is very important. Yes. So artificial intelligence is here, and now your job is to learn how can I use this technology or the things and make my project program portfolio management more effective. Okay. So organizations and project program portfolio managers see an imminent impact of AI from AI. Maybe you have better productivity, or as I said, you can get alerts. If you have AI-based PMIs, you have getting alerts about risk issues and overutilization, underutilization of the resources, which can be useful. AI-powered tools will take over administrative tasks, as I talk about some of the administrative tasks, like such as time sheeting or reporting can be taken care by the AI-based. Now the question thinking, Dharam, if everything will be taken care by AI-based tool, then what are we going to do? Actually, that's a good thing, because if the admin work is taken care by a tool or system, you can focus more on communication. You can focus more on stakeholder engagement, relationship building. So you have happy customers. Okay, you can run more program projects more efficiently. That's what I've seen many people. AI can help keep projects or schedule and budget on time. Some repeated work can be taken care by AI, and then you can have a good control on budget and schedule. AI can analyze the data from the current and previous projects and provide insight. So it can give you some heads up or some kind of alerts or some upfront information based on the data previous program projects. Can tell you these are the things you should be careful about. Project managers will increasingly be called upon implementing AI-focused projects. So now you will see more and more projects, more and more organizations are start implementing AI-based tools. So knowledge about what tools are available and what they can help you to do your job is going to be very important, very useful for you. So yeah, do some research about AI-based PMIs tools or AI-based things which can help you. And if you want to discuss, if your organization looking for AI-based or some kind of a platform or PMIs, talk to me. Book my time. I will be happy to talk about it. Now, benefit of artificial intelligence, we talked about, reduce the element of surprises. You can get alerts much advanced and become a bias buster. So sometimes when as a person taking the decision, you can be biased, but the machine giving you the report is based on the numbers. Yeah. Create more time to flex power skills. So if you have now more time to build your relationship with your team, with your stakeholders and your C-level people, and that is very, very important for a program manager, portfolio manager, project manager to have relationship, and you share right before right time. So if you spend half day on writing reports and this and that, how much time do you have to interact with your stakeholders? Now, artificial intelligence based tool, AI based tool is taken care of the lot of admin work. You can focus on building relationship and accelerate decision making. Yes, some tools can be, especially AI based, data driven tool can help you to make decisions faster. Okay. I like to know if you have specific example or something happening in your organization, and the Dharam is already happening, please share on the question pad. Now, PMI identified 3 reasons for persistence of the talent gap. Increased number of jobs requiring project management oriented skills. So while people are worried about artificial intelligence or ChatGPT taking over roles, actually I see, and PMI also see, that the job requirement for the certified professional is actually increasing. So if you have experience and you have certifications, the chance of you getting hired will be much higher. Higher demand for project professional in emerging and developing countries due to economic growth. A lot of countries, Saudi Arabia, if you happen to be Saudi Arabia or Middle East or some countries in China, a lot of infrastructure work is happening, even US, Canada. So, chance of getting hired in high performing or, bigger organization with higher salary will be much higher. So, yeah, again, I'm emphasizing importance of certificate. The rate of retirement from the workforce. Look, reality is, as you probably know, the demographic shift is happening. A lot of project program managers are now in the late 50s, 60s. Sooner or later, they will be gone. So there will be a great need of professional certified project program portfolio manager. So you should be ready for such, if you are ready to fill up those gaps. Okay. And so, be ready, and of course, experience and the certificates, very, very useful. Why project talent is still in demand? Of course, the global economy is boosting. If you go to Saudi Arabia, lots of construction work happening everywhere. NEOM city is happening, which is $1 trillion work. So as you can see, number of project professional required will increase drastically. 2.3 million people will need to enter PMO every year. Think about 2.3 million. Potential job opportunities for project managers and all the change makers. Lots of jobs are coming. Yes, there are ups and downs in economy, but if you are prepared, you mentally prepared, you're ready, your chance of staying or growing in the organization or growing in the economy will be much higher. How young professionals can stand out in the today's job market, and higher earning potential by having the right certificate, improved health, improved resume. Look, this is very important. Resume, whether you are looking at LinkedIn or your typed resume, it should be very effective, very powerful, with keywords identified. If you have some certificate, PMP, PgMP, PfMP, definitely put them, and maybe you get headhunted because of these. And having the certificate give them credibility, that show that you already certified by PMI global body. So the chance of you getting the calls or job will be much higher. Acquiring knowledge and skills, competitive advantage during the job searches. You are more advantageous in job searches. I've seen this myself when I was looking for job, and I've seen it with lots of students. They are in much worse. They actually get headhunted, even though they have not applied. They get invited to talk to the professional senior managers to discuss about salary, how much salary, and when they can start their company. Certifications are valuable commodity, and I've been talking about. I'm a very big ambassador of certificate, not just because certificate just for the 4-letter acronym. No, this will give you advantage, competitive advantage. It will bring uniqueness in you, and it will help you to learn the standard or better way of doing things. So get certified, right certificate is important for you. Look, just because I'm saying or somebody's saying you should get certificate, it should be relevant to you in your job, and it should get not only now, in future, whether this is right path for you. If you are just doing Scrum Master role, one project with 3, maybe you have to wait for the when you start running Scrum of Scrum, and Scrum of Scrum is same as you running a program. So having PgMP certificate will be useful in those agile environment as well. Look, PgMP, PfMP doesn't matter what kind of environment you're working in, agile, hybrid, or predictive, but you need to know how to manage interdependent components in a more efficient way, most efficient way. Some numbers, some exciting numbers. Of course, numbers are growing. PgMP is 4,879. So year by year, now I've seen the growth is much higher compared to the previous years. Probably 600, 700 PgMP already added. Few more to come in this year. And PfMP still numbers are low. Then you have a chance of showing the uniqueness. 1,565. And for my side, my contribution 473, and PfMP 123. By the time next time you join, my numbers should be around 480 and somewhere around 128 or something. I'm very particular about numbers. So I will do everything to make sure you pass the exam and give you the number. If you, for any reason, you are lacking because you get busy, I will be behind you, calling you, contacting you, make sure you are not stopping. You're going to go and complete the exam in the shortest time. Okay, global performance, we can see the numbers are growing. This year, last year, 616 PgMP. This year already, the year is yet to complete, 769. I think this number will be 900 by the end of this month and this year. So, yep, that's where it is. My numbers, my contributions, you can see that. So let's do some. Okay, now this is your time to get engaged. So make sure you look at the question and answer it. More participation you're going to have will be very good for you. So I like to see everybody participating and showing me. And it doesn't matter you get right or wrong. Nobody else will see the result, and I don't care you get right or wrong. But more important for you is you are participating. And I get excited that so many people participating. All right. So my first question. All right, let me read it out for you. You have successfully completed your program. Now you are busy with program information archiving and transition formalities. When these formalities are completed, what are those specific deliverables you most likely to have? Certificate of completion and project archive, closure report, and contract completion report certificate, and oops, because it's in lesson learned report, and input organization archive, lesson learned, and contract termination. So correct answer is C. So we have to capture the lesson learned report and input to organization archive. So if you have picked the answer as A, certificate of completion, yeah, this is generic, it's not very specific. Closure report, contract termination, completion certificate, like completion certificate. More important is the lesson learned, so that you can avoid the same mistake again in future. And lesson learned, contract termination, why thinking about, because program is successfully completed, why talking about the termination contract, termination. All right, so correct answer is C. So if you got C, feel proud of yourself. Now, next question. You are appointed as a closing manager for the program XYZ, sorry, ZYX. Your program sponsor requested you to provide a list of activities which are expected to be performed as part of the program closure. What is the last activity will be there in your list? Whether approved closure of the program projects, complete program performance report, obtain stakeholder approval for the program closure, and report lesson learned. So the last activity will be in your list is report lesson learned. So complete program performance report has to happen first. Once you have completed all the component, the report is presented, you get approval from the stakeholder, and after that you start doing all this work, including the report lesson learned. Okay, good. Thank you for participation. Now another question is, you have two projects in your portfolio, project A and B. You have only one subject matter expert available. Project manager for project A wants the SME to work on in his projects for the next 2 weeks based on the planned schedule. Unfortunately, project manager B also booked SME's time in his project schedule for the same duration. So this is an example of what? Example of constraint, dependency, assumption, or risk to discuss. Okay, good. All right. Somebody here who has not started participating, please answer. And as I said, doesn't matter, you get right or wrong. Most likely you're going to get it right if you think carefully. Few more seconds. All right, so what is the answer? Answer is constraint. Because project A has already booked this particular SME, now project B has to wait because of the constraint. If this was talking about planning, the project A is planning to use this SME, and project B also is planning to use this SME. At the time, they have to assume that the SME will be available for them to use. But now, because one project has already booked this SME, now the second project manager has to wait till the work is completed. So that's where the constraint. Fantastic, good job, thank you. My next question is, a portfolio manager has access to tremendous amount of historical information on the program and various charts. Which of the following is the portfolio manager most likely to use to identify program performance state data with respect to specific acceptable range over a period of time? Whether it's benchmarking, trend analysis, variance analysis, decision tree. Question number 4, please write 4 and then your answer. So this is actually trend analysis. The fact that it's talking about over a period of time. If it is specific time, this is a variance analysis. But now we're talking about over a period of time, performance data, acceptable range. That is a trend analysis. Some features, some people think the benchmarking. Actually, it's not benchmarking, because benchmarking can be over a period of time. That's correct. Performance data, but acceptable range generally, except when benchmarking does not go with the acceptable range. The correct answer is B. B for boy. All right. These are a set of questions I had for you, and I have some FAQs which I will go through, and hopefully that can benefit you. Tell me about the biggest challenge you have faced while managing a team of project managers. So as a program manager, portfolio manager, you probably have seen this challenge many times. Okay, so that's not answer for you, question for you, but yes, thank you for your feedback. Yes, conflict management is a very important point, because time to time conflict because of the technology, time, resource utilization, or maybe some personal level conflicts. All this, this is one of the biggest challenges. Any other challenge you can think about? Changing priorities. Organization keep changing, availability resources. Yeah. So there can be many, and like to hear from you. Yeah, thank you. One, conflict management. Anything else? Yeah, and keeping your stakeholder informed with having right reports, having consistency, all are important from a project manager point of view. Now, have you ever faced a communication problem while managing a program? who, with, and how did you resolve it? And if you can please write something on the question pad, that will be great. Have you ever faced any communication problem, and what was that? How did you manage? How did you resolve it? See, communication problem can be because, again, can be misunderstanding or not clarity, no clarity, number of communication links, standing and receiving model, how you send the information, how you receive the information, do you have a feedback channel or not? Can be cultural level, the way you're thinking versus the other person interpret. Complexity grows geometrically with the project size if you're running larger size projects. People and human resource issues, inadequate documentation, communication plan, and project communication. Yeah. So how to overcome? Identify stakeholders, know their expectation, their engagement, what engagement level they're expecting. Plan the communication, so you have engagement plan, and keep an eye on the way you're engaging, whether the feedback wise they are really making any impact. You may, whether your communication is still valid and adding value. Distribute information using right tool, right methods. Okay, and report the performance. Keep your stakeholder informed about what is happening, what is about to happen. So this can be useful. How can I determine the number of project managers needed for my project? So as a program manager and portfolio manager, this is one of the questions. How many project managers do I really need? Of course, these are based on many factors. If you have a right PPM tool, project portfolio management tool, you should be able to see how many projects are happening, concurrently happening, how many projects are coming to end. So if you have a good visibility, then your chance of finding, okay, these 2 projects are about to complete, this project manager will be available, I can utilize them in other projects. And so if you're living on Excel spreadsheet, yes, good luck. That's still not a very best way of managing resources. But having a right or fully automated and fully integrated PMIS tool can be a enabler for you. All right, so next session, 7th session, we're going to talk, that will be in December. I will talk about tell you the dates, and we're going to recap, and we're going to do for PgMP exam like questions and PfMP questions, frequently asked questions, and many other things. And hopefully by the time we meet, we have a map already out, and you'll start using it. Upcoming session, 8th December is the one, session number 7. Session number 8, most likely, I have to change the date because I'm traveling at the time, so it will be the next week after that. So it will be, I think, 12th, 13th of January, which I'll let you know. And you can stay in touch with me. You can email me. You can WhatsApp me using my number. While currently I'm in Sydney, so I still can get my WhatsApp calls here, or even the calls and the email. And you can book my time. Actually, you can book my time using the links you probably already have, and discuss your needs, specific needs for your PgMP PfMP. I'd like to thank all of you for participating in this session, actively participating in your question answer discussion, very useful. Yeah, I'm looking forward to bring more knowledge, more information to you in one way or other. And I do have many podcasts and webinars already stored on the YouTube, more and more coming up in the next few months. So keep an eye. Let's stay connected. If you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, please connect with me, or in any way I can help you, please let me know. All right, with this, I'd like to thank you for coming today and participating, and I'll see you soon again in the next session, hopefully on 8th December or other sessions. All right, guys, thank you and take care. Enjoy yourself and good luck. Take care.